All right, welcome to another recap and look ahead video. So, before I get into all of that, I do want to talk about uh, endurance racing. So, I have put together a team, and if any of you guys watching this um, are interested in doing some endurance racing, Broken A Motorsports is recruiting. Down in the description, there is a Discord. I'm not looking for anything specific. I'm looking for a few things, but I'm not looking for specific safety rating or specific I rating. Not really looking for somebody who's even done a whole lot of road racing. It's something that if you want to do, is interested in doing, uh, just join the Discord. I do have, um, there's already four of us. I'm looking for more. I'm looking for three, four more. So, like I said, if that's something that you're interested in doing, something you want to check out, you can always join the Discord. If after talking to you, you're not interested, you can leave. No big deal. So, anyways, just wanted to put that out before we get started on anything else. That Broken A Motorsports is recruiting for endurance drivers. So, anyways, off to or on to the whole point of this video. So, season one, 2024, we ran the Formula 4, the F4 fixed series. I was in Division 2. We finished 40th in the division and 97th overall. So I did finish top 100. Now I missed 3 weeks, 1 week because it was at a track that I really struggled with and didn't want to be in the way. And then 2 weeks because I had an injury to my ankle. I was on crutches and a boot there for a while. Um, so still finishing in the top 100 for me overall is a win in itself. This is a very, very competitive series. So I only ended up with two top fives out of the 17 races that I ran. Um, a lot of the times, I think my average was like around 12th, but a lot of those were good races. Had a lot of good battles with others. Um, I did have a few bad ones. I think I really only got wrecked in three of them. Two of them being Nürburgring, right here at the end. But other than that, I mean, it's a good, fun series. I enjoyed the car, enjoyed the competition. I did lose 108 I rating, and I will probably lose my A license because of this series. And it's not because, again, I really only recall being wrecked 3 times in 3 races. So losing my A license is not because I kept getting wrecked and things like that. Uh, I'll be losing my A license basically because I kept shooting myself in the foot, making stupid mistakes. So, but I'll be running this series again. I enjoyed it. It was fun. We did finish in the top 100. So I will take it because there was a lot of guys running this series. So a lot of fun. We did run for another new series. We ran the Dirt Street Sock C Class series. Now, when I started the series, I had trouble getting our car to turn. Uh, couldn't. It just plowed so bad. I really struggled. Thought it was going to be a very long and frustrating season. A viewer helped me out, offered some advice, and with some changes, I was able to start getting the car to turn. Once I did that, this series actually became a lot of fun. So there was a lot of tough splits, a lot of fast guys, and a lot of the splits that I ran. The first, I think it was the first race or the first week, there was a lot of beating and banging. Um, and again, that's when I couldn't get the car to turn. So I was kind of afraid of how the season was going to go. Once I was able to get the car to turn, uh, I want to say it was clean for the most part. So we were in Division Two, finished my division in 14th, and I finished 30th overall. So um, again, I missed a couple of weeks. I barely even got my 8 weeks in. So I missed a couple of weeks because of the injury. I think if I hadn't had the injury and I could have gotten 2 more weeks in, I think we might have been able to make the top 25, but it is what it is. Uh, we gained 130 I rating, so a good fun series. Um, it's one of my better ones, so yeah, looking forward to running it again. Now after that, we went to the one-off series. Now I changed it about halfway through the season. I'll explain at the end when we get to talking about what I'm going to run next season. But our first one off was the Dirt 360 Sprint car. So we ran 6 weeks, ran 8 races. I had some good races, I had some bad races, but for the most part, it was about even. I only lost 4 I rating. Now, we were Division 2, finished 82nd in the division and 223rd overall. Like I said, only ran 6 weeks. So, uh, good, good car. I like the sprint cars on the dirt side. I have fun with them. They are very touchy, very twitchy, but sprint cars to me are always fun. We also ran a couple of late model races, the Open Series. We were in Division 2, finished 172nd in the division and 972nd overall. Now, I only ran 2 races, so it the series bit me last season. Last season, I think, was the first season that they went to the longer uh, races with cautions. Bit me a few times last season because the setups that I used were setups that I had used in the past that um, weren't set up for the longer races, so a little short on fuel. And the first race this season bit me again. I had a good battle going, I think, for a top 5, but I had to pit early for gas. Um, Second race, so I ran week 1, week 12. The week 12 race was pretty good until the pile up at the end. So because of those 2 incidents, I did lose 64 I rating in this series, but I still enjoy the car. I still have fun. Um, I just didn't get to race very much in this series. And then our third one-off series that we tried to run was the Craftsman Truck Series. Now, season 1 in this series, and this was the Open. Season 1 in this series runs for 9 weeks because the last 3 weeks of the season actually starts the 2024 season of the long NIS type series. So we only ran 2 weeks. We were in Division 2, finished 223rd out of the division, 930th overall. Again, we only ran 2 races. Didn't get to run this a whole lot. Out of those 2 races, we did gain 3 IR or 3 I rating. So pretty much broke even there. The trucks are fun. The Open Series I tend to enjoy because they're longer than the fixed, but I mean it's oval racing. So now I did run one GT Sprint VRS race because the team I put together, we were gonna actually start um, at Bathurst for the season, but because of my injury, we decided not to do Bathurst. Can't pronounce it. We decided not to do Bathurst because I didn't know when I was going to get out of the boot, when I was going to get off the crutches to begin with. Um, so we didn't do Bathurst, but I got out of the boot the Wednesday before the Bathurst endurance race. Um, and I tested my ankle at Bathurst because I put so much time in. So I tested my ankle in that one. Um, I didn't even qualify for the race I ran, but we only lost 11 high rating. So I think I finished ahead of my car number, so that was a plus. Uh, and again, it was like Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, and I was in over my head with that split. So, but even losing 11 IR, I am satisfied where we ran. I'm satisfied where we finished. So it was it was a good race. It was a fun race. Looking forward to when I get to do the GT3 races down the road. Um, I will be doing those. It'll just take a while to get there because I've got other series I want to run in front of it. So that is kind of how we did this season. I think I kind of ran through it real quick, but there wasn't anything that really stood out to me. Um, the two new series I ran, I enjoyed them. My one-off series, I've always enjoyed those. So now looking ahead at this upcoming season, season two. So with the addition of rain, that is going to cause some issues for me, anyways. But the only time I'm going to get to see that is in the endurance races because our new road series that I'm going to attempt is the Skip Barber series. This will be my last D series class race or D class series race unless iRacing comes out with another D class series that looks fun and is popular more than one season anyways. So after Skip Barber, I'll plan on making the jump to C class, and that's why GT3 is going to be a little down the road yet. I want to run through uh, C class races, then the B class, then the A class, and that's kind of how I've been doing everything. That's why you guys have been seeing me run a lot of D class. There was D class series, and I want to run. Didn't want to jump around between D, C, B. Just do them in some kind of order and fashion, and that's kind of the reason why I've been racing what I have been. So Skip Barber will be the last D class again. So it doesn't have rain, so we're going to miss out on the fun and the rain, which might be a good thing for me. Um, Practicing at Sebring in the rain hasn't been so good. Did some of that last night. So that's going to be our road series. And then we are moving away from dirt this season. So I don't have any plans for any dirt this season. We're going to run the G4 Cup as on the oval side as our new oval series this season. So looking forward to getting back into oval racing. Feels like I've been out of it for a while, especially trying to run the late models and the truck series last season and not getting to run a whole lot of those. So because I didn't get to do that, I'm going to change things up going forward on what I call my one-off series. So to try to cut down practicing time. So last season when I ran the F4 and the Class C street stocks, I ran those twice each week. And then I would also practice for my one-off series, and I had 3 of those. Well, with me practicing for I designate Sunday mornings to practice for my endurance racing, Sunday evenings to practice for the upcoming weeks. And what I found is I was practicing all these series, and then, like the late model and the truck, I wasn't getting to run those. Something would happen during the week, and those would fall off the schedule. So I spent a lot of time practicing series that I didn't even get to run. So going to change that up. So instead of my one-off series, I'm going to run 2 additional series that I've run in the past. I basically, because I'm practicing Sunday mornings for my endurance races, that has taken a race slot away. So I have 7 time slots that I try to run races in. So my one-off series, the first one I'm going to run is I'm going to run that series for two races, and then if I have time for a 4th one, I'll get 1 race in that. Now, I haven't said what those are yet because in the past, I have always run the series that I felt I ran well in. Okay. Um, so that's why you've seen a lot of the 360s, and I'm always trying to run the late models and things like that. Well, also going forward, I'm going to change that up. So instead of running just running series that I do well in, or I feel I do well in, I am this season, I'm going to do my one-off series as series that I have not performed well in. These are probably the series that I've done the worst in, or I had the worst luck in. So after the Skip Barber and the Gen 4, the next series I will focus on is the SK Modified Fixed Series. Now, my history in this series has not been well. I have run this series 21 times. I have lost, just in this series alone, I have lost 412 iRating. I average a little over 19 and a half iRating loss per race. So I haven't had the best luck in here, but I'm going to give it another go. If I lose iRating, I lose iRating. I hope not, because I've lost a lot of it here lately, especially on the oval side. But it is what it is. They're just numbers, and I'm here to have fun, and I'm here to race. So maybe I can improve, but I'm going to give this series another go. And so I'm going to get 2 races in there. Now, if I have time, because that would be 6 races right there. So if I have time to get 7 races in, my last series for the week is going to be the Advanced Legends Cup. Now, I know I've said to avoid this series, and the car acts weird. It acts like an open wheel. Again, this season, I am going to run the series that I have performed the worst in or had the worst luck in, and that is second on the list. So I have ran 20 races in the Advanced Legends Cup. I've lost 202 iRating, and I average a little over a 10 iRating loss per race. So again, they're just numbers, but we're going to give this series another go. Now, I don't know how often I will get to race this series. Again, if one thing comes up, I shift all my races back, which means this one lone race is going to fall off the schedule. If 2 things come up, Then this race and one of the SK's races will fall off schedule, but I still get one SK race in. That's kind of why I'm changing it up. So last season I practiced for 5 series and mainly only ran 3. This way I'll practice for 4 series, maybe run 3. So I'm saving myself a little bit of time, hopefully. But so that's what we're gonna run this coming season is the Skip Barber for Road, Gen 4 Cup, and Oval. We're gonna return to the SK Modified Fixed and return to the Advanced Legends Cup. So I'm looking forward to this season. Um, hoping to have some fun. And again, I'm going to end with if anybody that's watching this, wants to run endurance, or if you guys know somebody that wants to get into endurance racing, just go down to the description, join the Discord, um, and we'll have a talk. See if that's something you guys want to do. Uh, I'm not, I don't require a whole lot, but I have a busy schedule. I know other people have busy schedules, so I try to fit our practice times in with everything. We don't do a whole lot of team practice, but we can get into more of that in the Discord. So, anyways, if you guys are interested, click on the link below, join the Discord, hit me up, and hope to see you guys on the track. Have a good one.